If you're using your personal car for business, then let me just show you how you could actually reduce your tax bill with it. I'm a business accountant. It's my job to make sure my clients pay only the right amount of tax. And of course, we want that to be the minimal amount of tax that's legally possible. And when it comes to limited companies and cars, the tax rules just aren't very favourable. So we have to have a look at what we can do. So unfortunately, unless it's an electric car or a van, the tax rules just aren't very nice. And it's going to cost a load of tax for the company to own it and let you use it personally. However, if you are doing some business journeys, and that's not commuting, we're not talking about you going from home to the office, because otherwise every worker in the UK would suddenly be having a tax claim. So we're talking about the kind of business journeys where you might be going to visit a customer or a client, something like that. The rules are pretty strict, but just bear with me, top level stuff here. And if you're making these journeys, there's a flat rate allowance that you're able to claim back from your company. And by claim, I mean you just enter it in your records and then it goes as money that's owed back to you. You could physically repay yourself the money if you wanted, otherwise it just gets marked down as money that's owed back to you. And the way the mileage rates work is that for the first 10,000 business miles you're doing a year, you can charge your company 45p a mile. After that, it goes to a mere 25p. Now, these rates used to be super sexy years ago. They were really quite a big amount of money, but they haven't moved. They haven't moved for some time. And as a result, that might not sound amazing, but it's still better than nothing. And to get the most out of the tax relief, I think there's three things you need to do. The first one is keeping a mileage log that tells you where you've been and how many miles you've done. The second one is making sure that those journeys count. So do some reading, some watching, some listening, and just make sure those business journeys are qualifying business journeys. That's another video for sure. And then the third one is making sure that you enter it into your records. So make sure you've got it in some sort of software, or even if it's in a spreadsheet, keep track of the limit. So as we said, the first 10,000 is important. That's the higher 45p rate. Then it drops to 25p. And one really important thing is not to get caught out by the fact that the limits run in line with the payroll year. So it's the 6th of April to all the way around to the 5th of April the following year. It's not in line with your company year. So that can trick people out. So make sure, claim and get some tax relief for that car.